Hello?
Righty. Okay, is Robbie on? She will be shortly. I'm sure she's not already. Okay, well, I'm not going to take up a lot of your time because I know you ladies want to get to the really important part, which is your breakout sessions. But I do want to say good morning and thank you for coming to TFRW's first ever virtual nuts and bolts session. This is really exciting. I love having a first in anything because, you know, we're flexible, right? And we're learning all sorts of new skills. And so we're going to use Zoom in new and exciting ways. And I'm so, so excited to have you all here. I hope that you are able to enjoy what you learned today, enjoy your time with us, enjoy the fact that you don't have to spend all day doing it. That's always a good thing. And be able to take the information back that you learned today to your clubs and share it with all of the rest of your members. That is our goal. In addition, I want you all to know that we will in the next, I would say in the next week or so, have each of these sessions on our website, probably behind the firewall. So, at least I think I got lost. Am I still there? Yeah, I'm still there. Sorry, I've got really sketchy internet. So if I go in and out, that's what's going on. So if you are taking the membership and you really also wanted to do programs or you really wanted to do bylaws, you'll be able to log in to the TFRW website and be able to watch that presentation as well. So that's another great perk of having the virtual nuts and bolts presentation. So thank you very much for being part of TFRW. Thank you for your leadership. Your leadership is shown by being here today, by taking the time out of your Saturday to spend with us and expand your skills and your knowledge base. I hope that you feel that this has been a valuable time spent. And just so you know, the reason I have such sketchy internet is because I'm at the SREC meeting in Laredo, and every once in a while I keep hearing cheers from the other room. So if you hear that in the background, that's what's going on. And I'm texting in there and I'm going, what's going on? Why are you guys cheering? And they said, it's Republican women. They're cheering the Republican women. So thank you. That's you. That's TFRW. And I'm so, so proud to be part of this organization. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am going to turn it over to our host, Erica. Thank you, Erica. You are the very best for putting this together for me because technology is not my friend. But I do appreciate you. And thank you each and every one of our presenters. Your knowledge and skills, perfect beyond belief. I can't say enough. We are so, so fortunate to have each of you to share. You just make our organization so much more valuable because you have so much to offer. And I appreciate your willingness to do this each and every day. So thank you, ladies. I will turn it over to Erica now. Have a great, great day. And if you ever need me for anything, you know how to reach me, president@tfrw.org, or you can call me, text me, 214-923-5923. That's my number. And don't forget, presenters, to record your session so we can put them up on the internet. Thanks so much. I'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you, Glennis. So welcome to the Nuts and Bolts training. I'm going to show you guys it's very simple to get into your rooms. We've got, if you go down to the bottom of your screen and you see where there's the chat function and the share screen function, you should see a link that says breakout rooms. If you click on breakout rooms, you'll see all the different rooms for trainings that we have. We've got club presidents with Kit, we've got bylaws with Deborah, campaigns and political action with Corinne, fundraising with Jill. Jill is not here today, but I've got a recording for her that I'm going to be playing in her room. Legislation with Robbie, membership with Xenia, programs and secretary. We've got Alice and Marie in both of those. And then Susan will be doing the treasurer and Cassie will do social media. So if you just do find the room that you want to go into, and right next to that, you'll see join, and do when you hit join, you'll go into the new room, and be sure to keep yours, unless you have questions, keep your mics muted. But yeah, I think that should be it. So have fun, and we will talk to you guys later.
I'm not seeing that link that you're talking about.
I'm not
See the
either.
breakout rooms.
I
It's
see
okay.
one at the top that says host opened breakout rooms. Please wait to be assigned, but I'm not seeing one at the bottom.
Okay,
Let's-
which one did you want to go in?
Hi, Vanessa.
Hello.
Are you here for programs or for secretary?
Secretary.
Okay, Marie will be in just a second.
Okay.
Hello? Are you the ones with the thumb up? Are you here for secretary or programs? Okay, she'll be here in just a moment. Patricia,
Hi,
are you here for programs or secretary?
programs.
Okay, good. I thought I have no one for program. Marie, we have 2 people here for secretary.
Oh, I'm so flattered. I'm going to sign in. Why do I need to sign in? I'm already on, right?
Yeah, you're on.
You see my ugly face anywhere?
Yes, I see you.
All right, now ready to talk?
Yeah,
Yes,
go
ma'am.
ahead.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to increase my picture just a little bit so people will know who I am. I'm seeing you, but not me. Does that matter?
Shelley, are you here for programs or for secretary?
Secretary.
Okay, Marie, you're going to be busy. Now you're muted, Marie.
You want me to mute or unmute?
Unmute so you can talk.
Okay, so I should,
You're muted again. Marie, you're muted. There you go. Oh,
okay, is that okay?
yeah.
Okay, all right, so how many people do I have?
I don't know. I can't tell anymore.
Okay, can I put my face up here instead of yours?
You're fine.
I'm fine?
Hmm.
Okay,
Except, do you have it on record, Marie? I don't, here we go.
please request recording, okay? Got it.
Okay, it's recording.
All right. So I'm ready to talk to, how many? We have 3 or 4 secretaries?
Yeah,
Okay. Good morning, ladies. My name is Marie Maggio, and as you know, I am recording secretary for the Texas Federation for the last couple of years. And it's my pleasure to share with you this morning some tips. And I can't see a show of hands, so I'm hoping that some of you maybe have already been secretary, or you just wanting to pick up some other information. First thing you want to make sure that you have when you start taking over minutes is that you have an agenda. Whoever's in charge of your meeting should have provided you with an agenda. That's very important. First thing you probably want to do is to make sure that you record the time and the place of your meeting. And you also want to make sure that you record the name of the people who are attending that meeting. If it's just a board meeting, or well, if it's a general meeting, you're not going to do that. But if it's an executive committee meeting, you should record the names of the people who are attending. And that's very important, because sometimes later down the line, someone may question and say, well, I don't remember us doing that. So you can refer back to your minutes and say, hey, yeah, you were there. You remember this is what we did. So make sure that you, that's really helpful in the long run. So as you're recording your minutes, of course, you should, as I said, start off with the time and place of the meeting. And most of us do open with a pledge to the flags and with a prayer. So I don't know if that's what it's always the prayer and then the flag and then the flag. So anyway, if you follow the agenda, then you will record not all the chatter that goes on, because a lot of us have a little talk that we'd like to throw in. To just follow your agenda. Your minutes do not have to be, they just should be brief, but they should contain whatever it is that you're discussing and what are the things that you're going to be voting on. If there's a vote, well, then you make sure that you record all of that. Once that your meeting is over with, then make sure that your minutes are submitted to your whoever it is that publishes your newsletter, or your president. If it's an executive committee meeting, then you probably want to issue that with the call to the next executive committee meeting, or you could just pass them out at the next meeting, which is not real good to do because people don't take the time to sit there and read those at that moment. So it's really helpful if you will include that with the call to your next meeting. And if it's a general meeting, well, that's a little different, because you will record the meeting, the date and the time, but you don't, naturally, you're not going to record who's in attendance. But those minutes probably should be posted with your newsletter or your call to your general meeting. They can either be passed out at the meeting, or you can publish them when you issue the call to the meeting. So those are some helpful tips. I hope that you, if you and have any questions, then you can just give me a call and let me know. If you have any questions, you know what my email address is, and I'll be glad to help you. Any questions? That's simple.
What?
Jelly?
Yeah, I don't know what your email address is. I'm pretty
Okay.
new. I'm pretty new to all this, so I don't know your
Okay.
email.
My email address is mmaggio5326@aol.com, or you can use the one at tfrwsecretary.com. But my phone number is 409-782-4018. If you need to talk to me, I'll be glad to talk to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Alice, I think you're on now.
okay. I hope some of you are going to stay on for the program session. How many of you are here for programs? I can't tell anyhow. Okay,
No.
good. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I've used before. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. And we're going to go ahead and I'll walk you through it. Okay. Okay. Can you see the the screen that says TFRW programs?
Yes.
Okay. And my name is Alice Melanson, and I am the Vice President of Programs for the Texas Federation of Republican Women. Are we still, hold on, I want to make sure we're still recording. Hold on just a second. Oh, hold on just a second. Marie, did you start the recording?
Yes,
Okay, well, when you leave, it's going to stop, won't it? Or are you going to sit through here?
it says. please
My
request
screen still says
recording
recorded.
for the meeting host. So should
Okay.
I request it again?
So, well, if you leave, it's going to stop recording. So why don't you stop recording and I'll start recording my part of the program.
So how do I stop recording?
At the bottom of the screen, it says pause or stop where you went to the breakout room.
Well, she walked me to the breakout room, so I don't have that on my screen. I'm going to sit through your message. So
Okay, okay, perfect.
I'm going
All right.
to grade you.
Okay, so then we'll be fine. Here we go. Welcome to the workshop on programs. I'm a member of the Montgomery County Republican Women, and I've served as president, vice president of programs, corresponding secretary, and other board positions. And I'm honored to have been elected to serve as TFRW vice president of programs. I know I'm saying this because I know exactly where you are. You're wondering, how in the world am I going to plan programs for a whole year? And let me ask you, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So the way that you plan your program is that you have to be in good communication with the president of your club, because the president of your club is the one who's going to basically approve your list of programs, because she has to be comfortable with who you're bringing to the meeting. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. The Texas Federation of Republican Women has a mission statement, and it's very important. This mission statement is on the TFRW website, and it serves as a guide for everything we do. The Texas Federation of Republican Women provides the avenue for women to influence policy, develop candidates, and elect leaders for Texas. TFRW provides the structure and support for political activists to learn, engage, and flourish. And that's what your programs are going to do. Your programs are going to teach women how to influence policy, and how to become political activists, and how to engage in political discourse. And so let's find out exactly how you're going to do this. At the beginning of my term, I had to do a strategic plan, and I came up with these goals. Our goals of our programs should be electing Republicans, educating the public, growing our membership, and increasing the visibility of the Texas Federation of Republican Women. And when you think about it, that's really what your program should be designed to do. We're here to educate other Republicans. We're here to educate the public, those who are not Republicans. We want them to know what we stand for. We want our programs to grow our membership. We want them to encourage people to come to our meetings. And we want to get that publicity out there about our programs. And that way we can increase the visibility of the Texas Federation of Republican Women. Again, all of these goals are what you should be considering every time you design a program for your meetings. But there's one thing you need to remember, and this is so important that one time I thought, well, I'll put this slide in twice, but no, we can just remember it this way. Your speakers cannot be from another political party. You cannot have a forum and invite a Democrat candidate to debate your Republican candidate. That's not allowed. So I'm going to take questions at the end because I can't see if anyone's asking questions from my screen. So I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can so we will have time for questions. So you need to remember that we do not want to give members of another party a voice at any of our meetings. And that includes political forums and debates. Now, what kinds of programs are you going to have? Well, I suggest that you look at the Texas Federation of Republican Women Club Achievement Award requirements for programs and the National Federation of Republican Women Achievement Award requirements. Even if you don't plan on applying for these awards, look at what the requirements say, because those requirements, if you select programs that meet those requirements, you're going to be selecting programs that achieve those goals we talked about a little bit ago. And I'll give you a couple of examples. These are the award program topics, for example. They ask that you have 2 issue programs every year. Well, that's a current event issue. Border security, election integrity, those kinds of topics. That you have a program on state election laws, party rules, and party structure. You have a program on TFRW and NFRW structure. A program on legislation. You invite a TFRW or NFRW board member to your meeting to conduct a program.
I'll turn it down.
You have a party leader from the Republican Party explain the Republican plan of action. And if you look at this, you can actually combine some of those. If you're going to have a TFRW or NFRW board member at a meeting, have that person explain the TFRW and NFRW structure. You're going to be meeting 2 requirements at one time. Now, in order to make it easier for local clubs to find speakers, a speakers bureau has been developed for the local clubs to use when they're looking for a speaker on a specific topic. And I'll tell you exactly where to find that speakers bureau in just a moment. The clubs are asked to submit the names of any informative speakers that they've had. If you've had a particularly good speaker speak to your club, let me know about it. Let me know the name of that speaker, how I can contact that speaker, and what that speaker's topic is. And we'll put that out for all the clubs to see so that they might have an easier job of finding speakers for their meetings. And then I developed the Speakers Bureau. I'm going to show you exactly what the Speakers Bureau page looks like, and I hope you'll be able to see it. It's not very clear because I just sort of took a screenshot. But this page is from the Speakers Bureau, and it's on the TFRW website. And what it has is the speaker's last name, the speaker's first name, the topic about which the speaker speaks, the phone number if we have a phone number for the speaker. If the speaker has a website, the speaker's website is there. If the speaker has an email, we put that email address in. Then we put notes that we might have. For example, he may have written a book, and we'll have the title of the book and the notes. And then where the speaker is located, if the speaker's in the Dallas area, the speaker's in the Houston area, and whether the speaker is willing to travel. And so that way you can, and it's an Excel spreadsheet, you can look by topic. If you want somebody on border security, you just go down the topic list and see if there's someone on border security. And there you have the information. This is where you'll find the Speakers Bureau on the TFRW website. What you will do is you will log in to the TFRW website with your password. Then you click on the members section at the top, the members tab, which is at the top of the page. You scroll down the members section till you get to forms and documents. And on the forms and documents page, near the bottom of the page, is going to be the Speakers Bureau. And there are about 90 names of speakers listed there that you can choose from. And of course, that doesn't limit you. You can choose other speakers as well. But I'm just telling you this, if you need a speaker and you're in a bind, that's a good way to be able to find one. Remember that some of these speakers may charge a slight fee. Some speakers do not. I think a lot of it just depends on if they have to travel very far. Last year, when we were all having Zoom meetings because we were not meeting in person, it was so easy to get a speaker from another part of the state because they were just on the other end of the computer screen. But now we're back to regular meetings, and so they would have to travel. Here is my contact information. It's Alice Melanson, and my email is vpprograms@tfrw.org. And I ask that you put TFRW programs in the subject line so that I don't think it's junk mail or something. And then there's my phone number. It's 713-410-4399. And the TFRW office, in case you ever need to contact them, is tfrw@tfrw.org. And the phone number is 512-477-1615. But remember what I said earlier, that communication is very important. You want to be communicating with your president and letting your president know what you're planning, because the last thing you want is to have a surprise for the president and the president not be aware of exactly what you have planned. Remember, you're selecting speakers to achieve your goals of electing Republicans, educating the public, growing your membership, and increasing the visibility of the Texas Federation of Republican Women. And if you work for any of those goals, you're going to be doing the job of being a good Republican Women's Club, a good programs chairman for your Republican Women's Club. So I'm going to exit the screen, and let me see how I do this. Hold on a minute, I have to figure this out. Oh my gosh, did I just lose everybody? There we are. Do we have any questions? If you have a question, just raise your hand and unmute yourself. I'll be happy to answer anything you have. Have any of you used the Speakers Bureau before? Were you aware of it? No? You should be getting the president's newsletter every month. It comes out right about the beginning of the month. And each of the officers usually has an article in the newsletter. And I have one every month. And it's usually about a hint about speakers or something to think about. And I always ask for people to submit the names of the Speakers Bureau, and I tell you where the Speakers Bureau is. I update the Speakers Bureau. I added a name to it today, but I just updated on the website about once a quarter, and I just updated it about 2 weeks ago. So what you have on the TFRW website is pretty accurate as far as who we have on the list. But there's some wonderful names in there and some wonderful resources. And there are, believe me, there are people on almost any topic you can imagine that want to come to our clubs. They call and they say, I want to come speak to the Texas Federation of Republican Women, because they know what a vital role we play. I want to make one other thing. We need to remember, we're not a garden club. We're not a social club. We're not going to have a program that's for entertainment. Our programs have to be political. They need to be current events, because that's our purpose. No questions? I'll always get. You have one?
Fine.
You're muted. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Kathy. Kathy, you're muted. You have to go to the bottom of your screen and on the left, unmute yourself. There you go. Now I can't hear you.
No,
Can't hear you. I wish I could hear you. Write it.
Maybe she-
Hold it up. Anyone else? One question I get asked a lot is, what do you do when you have a speaker? You know, speakers, when they finish their program presentation, a lot of times say, are there any questions? What do you do if someone monopolizes the question and answer period? Let me give you a hint. Don't ever let that person hold the microphone. You hold the microphone if there's a microphone. And remember, this is very important. If the person is not a member of your club, they really have no right to speak. If you're not a member, you shouldn't be participating in the discussion. We have that problem at our club sometimes, where there's a woman who visits and she tends to monopolize the question and answer period. So, you know, feel free to say, you know, in the respect, I can't read it, in the respect of time, you need to ask that question after the meeting. Yes, call me, 713-410-4399. I take calls all the time, so just feel free to call, okay? Not a problem at all. No other questions? But if you have a speaker, please share it. If you've had someone that's really fantastic, let me know, because if your club members liked it, other clubs will like it, like that speaker. And that's what we want to do. We want to we want to help each other. We want to help each other as far as the clubs are concerned.
This is Anna from Lubbock.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, I do have a speaker I want to add. His name is Lawrence Spivak.
Okay. He is actually on the list now. He is actually going to be the speaker at the TFRW quarterly board meeting on the weekend after Easter. I've booked him to be the speaker for the board.
That's awesome. He was great. I had great reviews on him.
You know, I was contacted about him, but I knew nothing about him. It was someone who was representing him who contacted me. So I Googled him, and then I found a news article that he had spoken to a club in Kansas. So I called the president of the club in Kansas and I said, how was this speaker? And she said, oh, he's the best speaker we've had in 2 years.
That's what I can hear here in Lubbock as well. He does sell books. He's got 4 books out. They're great books. Actually, I just got mine today. So he's awesome. He's wonderful.
Yeah, I told him he's going to bring his book.
Repeat the name and the topic for that.
It's Lauren, Lorn Spivak, Spivah or AK?
CK.
EK. And he speaks on, one thing he has right now is a book called The Stakes, Stakes. And it's about what America will be like after a liberal presidency.
Yeah. I'm having trouble, and this has nothing to do with this, but I'm having trouble getting into the TFRW website.
Okay.
Not working.
how long have you been a member of TFRW?
It's maybe January.
Okay. Are you getting the president's newsletters emailed to you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we got to call the TFRW office
Okay.
and they can walk you through it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Because there's a lot of information in there that you can get once you get into the website. Once you log in, there's more information there than if you just go to the page without logging in.
Right.
All right, anything else? All right, well, I hope you learned something, Marie.
I said, great job, Alice.
Wow.
If you have any other questions for me, raise your hand. Nobody. I know all of them are going to be great.
Marie, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Shelley.
Is there a format that the minutes really need to go by? I mean, I'm looking at the agenda and I'm doing that. I tell my group I've avoided boards, PTOs, everything like the plague. And now with all of this stuff, my story is like almost all of our new members, which is if we don't do something, we're going to lose the republic. We have to be involved. So I'm a very organized, forthright person, but all the rules and the legalism of the parliamentary system, I'm not familiar with. So I want to make sure I'm not screwing something up by just using common sense.
Pardon? Well, are you talking about when there's a vote to be taken? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, like
Okay.
Is there a format on the minutes that I need to do? Is there something else? Don't assume that I know nothing about taking the minutes. Okay, assume I know nothing. Do I need a motion? Do I need to record a second? Do I need to record who voted? Do I need to record?
No, you do not record who voted, and some of the motions that are made do not even need a second. So go back and look at your bylaws, your parliamentary procedure, and note that some of them do not. So you do not need a second.
Well, I want all of you should have access when you log in. When you log into the TFRW website and you go to the members section and forms and document, there is the president's handbook on the forms and document, and there is a job description for every office in that handbook, and it'll walk you through everything you need to know.
And if you will, do you ever read the minutes that are published with the call to the board meetings?
I haven't been.
Okay.
I can.
Okay, well, they're pretty detailed. I mean, they're pretty lined up as to opening, invocation, committee reports, president's reports, and you just follow the topics and just keep going down the roster. If you'll call me, I will be glad to work with you on that.
Okay. I mean, I manage a law firm. That's my job. Like, like technology and forms and stuff. And maybe that's because I've got so much legal background.
Yeah,
that I'm just like
put that aside for a little bit. Yes. Yes.
That was a great question. I had the same question. Didn't know how to ask, I guess, but that was a great question. Thank you for asking it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your answers.
If you will go back to the minutes that are published monthly at TFRW, of course, those are probably a little longer because it's a longer meeting. So if you it gives you an idea of how you should write things down. And sometimes I think we're too detailed, but you have to have enough there, but you don't want to put too much. People won't read them. People have a tendency not to read minutes anyway, I'm sorry to say. And so make them brief, but make them concise. Alice?
Now, I was just going to go to the president's handbook and read
the descriptions.
Read, yes. You'll learn so much there. So much about your job and other jobs as well. But read your bylaws.
Does your club have a handbook as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
just, you know,
include- Do you include some of the job descriptions in your handbook? That's really important also. Just a brief description of what each chairperson, each elected official or each chairperson's job description is. That's also helpful.
okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Alice?
No, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that would pertain to,
Programs.
the other thing is next January is Leadership Day. So that's another good day for training for whatever office you will be, or chairmanship you'll be holding next year. Go to Leadership Day and take the training there. You have a much more detailed training than what we're doing right now.
Alice, we may also remind them that if they're working on the Achievement Award, that this April meeting is a great time to have a club member visit. July gets kind of hectic because we have so many things going on, but April is a good time for them to come in to see just how the meetings are run, and then they can check that off on the Achievement Award.
That's true. Did you hear what Marie said? If your club is working for the NFRW or TFRW Club Achievement Award, one of the requirements is attending a TFRW board meeting. That's coming up the weekend of April 9th in Georgetown. So
And is there a minimum of how many of our group needs to be attending?
One is all that's necessary, but if you have a group that wants to come, you'll have to register and we'll welcome you.
Yeah, because Kit Whitehill is, I'm in Kit Whitehill's local club, and she's on the board.
Yeah, she doesn't count.
So she doesn't count. So we have to be somebody besides somebody that's on the board.
Right.
And
Okay.
any club member that you have that might be in the Austin area might just want to take a trip just to come see how the meetings are conducted. So, and it also gives you a point on the Achievement Award if you're working on that.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Alice, do we dismiss class early or do we want to talk until?
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
One question.
Okay, Jeanette.
This is Jeanette from Corpus Christi. I'm just wondering, did I miss where you let us how to find your list of speakers?
It's if you go to the TFRW website and you log in, then you at the top of the screen will be the members section, the members tab. You hit the members tab, then you go to forms and documents, and it's at the bottom of that page.
Perfect. Okay. See, my phone, or I was going to Bluetooth because I caught that when you were talking about it, but I didn't catch what you were leading us.
Yes.
So perfect. Now you answered two of my questions.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having this training today.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. This is the first time we've done it, so I'm glad we got.
I'm glad you did.
Okay. See you later, ladies, and be sure to give us a call if you need any help with anything. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Marie.
Bye.
You guys can,
Now we've got Alice back in here now.
yeah.
Unmute.
Yeah,
They'll teach me to get my act together.
These will be out there on the website in about a week. We've already.
Okay.
I did remember to hit the button recording, so it's like it says recording paused. I don't know how to stop it.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Stop it.
Okay, ladies.
I got it. Yeah.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you too.
We're all done. We don't have to come back or anything.
Nope. Once you're done, you're done. So
Okay.
unless, and I think
Okay, and so
everybody's
the
kind of wrapping
recording,
up.
will Erica get the recording?
I am going to have to send you a link because it is going to, when you turn this, when you leave the meeting, a window is going to pop up and it's going to say, where would you like to save this recording?
Oh,
And you're going to have
okay.
to save it in your computer.